More than 2 million New Zealanders are casting a ballot in the country's general election today. Let's take you there now. New Zealand correspondent Jack Nyhoff is live for us in Auckland. Jack, so what's the mood there this afternoon?
The mood is one of relief among voters. Today is a total campaign blackout, which means all the political signs have to come down, all the ads stop playing on television and radio, and the politicians aren't allowed to be out and about trying to convince voters of their policies. And you can see that low-key sort of vibe reflected here at this polling booth. There's only 3 signs here actually, and they're all orange and simply say voting place. So that's a key difference from the images that we've been seeing right across Australia today and at Australian elections at other times as well. I've been speaking to a number of voters here casting their ballot this morning, including 2 young people. They're 18, still in high school, but old enough to vote. And they were thinking about their teachers and the cost of living that their teachers are facing. What would you like to see changed in the next term of government?
Teacher pay rise, definitely. Paying nurses more as well. And more funding to mental health care.
Becoming an adult, the housing, how I'm going to live, so having to deal with that is important.
I think there needs to be a few changes here. Yeah, we've had a rough few years and cost of living is definitely one of them, which people are feeling the pinch.
It's just the cost of living really. Like as a student, everything's getting more and more expensive. It's getting harder to achieve my goals, so hopefully that'll make a change today.
Now, the polls are tightening, but they still have the opposition leader, the National Party leader, Christopher Luxon, ahead. Now, if he was to form government, if the polls are right, he has to wrangle a coalition together, his preferred partner ACT, to get enough seats. And it's looking likely that he'll need the help of NZ First as well. Now, there's been tensions between those 3 political parties over the last few weeks, so that will be interesting to play out. And on the other side of the fence, New Zealand Prime Minister Chris Hipkins, well, it's the first election he's facing as Prime Minister. Jacinda Ardern resigned back in January and he replaced her, so he hasn't gone to an election as Prime Minister. The Labor Party here was at its most popular in its history 3 years ago at that last election, getting a majority victory, which is very rare under New Zealand's MMP system, but the popularity has really plummeted, so if Labor will really be looking to see if that move has played off at this election. Yesterday, the 2 leaders were out campaigning here in Auckland, and I spoke to them to see how they were feeling. Are you confident you can prove the polls wrong?
Absolutely. We've reset the National Party, we've laid out a vision for where we can take New Zealand, and I want all New Zealanders to know that actually, we're going to be a government for everyone and we're going to get things done in this country.
As I say, it's set to be extremely close tonight. Those polls close at 7 p.m. local time. That's around 5 o'clock Australian time. So we're expecting a number of twists and turns as those votes roll in, and we'll bring them all to you live on Sky News. Another reason to tune into that coverage.
You bet. Jack Nyhoff, thank you.